So they're saying there is a 17-year-old girl.
A 17-year-old woman.
Who...
Welcome to Cuppo.
We're gonna beat these people.
Action, and she said,
I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but
go deeper.
Oh, shit.
Stay with me now. And what hurt me is I wore you all the way.
Already said telling me on the phone, nigga. This nigga told me he was at the chateau with a gun, nigga. What that mean, nigga? And then nigga say he don't be on the internet. It's like, if you don't be on the internet, what are we talking about then?
Throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power in.
Hakal Tov, friends. Welcome to Cuppo, America's #1 PSYOP podcast. I just had a tremendous calzone, steak calzone. It had the green peppers in there, the onions. Life is looking up. Things are going well. You know, I say this because multiple of my friends and family, you have reached out to me to ask if I'm all right since that last episode, which is great. I'm glad you care about me. I'm doing tremendous. But at the same time, mind your business. Yeah, I'm fucking fabulous. I'm living my dream. Seriously, you people, you're my army, and I'm slowly turning into that army. You don't know. I am the PSYOP, America's #1 PSYOP. I'm the one pulling the strings, bitch. So, quit ratting. And some of you ask, well, hey, Michael, why are you a Zionist? It makes no sense. Why do you support the Jews so much? Hey, motherfucker, here's a little newsflash for you guys. People have been praying, dancing, killing, fucking, starting wars, trying to control the weather for 10,000 fucking years, and if they can, yeah, I'm on their fucking side. Listen, that's a joke. Jews don't control the weather. You want to know how I know this? Because I'm a golfer, right? And when I go to play golf, I like it to be sunny and 70. I would call my friend BB and have him change the fucking weather for me, but no. I'm still out there in the rain, sleet, and snow. What a wild rumor it is to have for a certain group of people to say, yeah, you control the fucking weather. That's a crazy conspiracy theory. What nut came up with that? Obviously someplace where they don't have education. The Jews aren't bad people, guys. You put down the Nick Fuentes, back off, detox from the craziness for just a minute. and hey, ladies, I believe you should be able to show your beauty, right? I believe you should go into public at your own pace, independently, go where you want without a man. You should have a right to education, right? You should be able to drive. Why are these such radical ideas? Because go try to do that in fucking Islam world. You can't. I love the Jews, man. As a Catholic, it's really the only nation in the world I would go to in the Middle East. Or it's the only non-Christian dominant country that I would ever go to. Is Israel. Because, I'm allowed to go there. If I try to go to Mecca as a Catholic, man, they're not going to let me. They live in secrecy. Why do they need 72 fucking virgins? I don't know, man. One's enough for me. And on top of that, it's like, dude, with the towels, like, for guys that wear a towel on their head, how come it smells like they've never fucking showered in their life? I don't get it. That's a joke. This is a comedy podcast. You got to realize that. Like I said, this is a PSYOP. I'm the one pulling the strings. Laugh, smile, people. Christ. My APAC dinner is going to be good at Carbone, Gaza. Spicy rigatoni right here. That's all me. So you can't cancel me. You can't embarrass me any more than I've already done to myself. This podcast is a fuck up, yes, but I fucked up so many times in my life before this. It's not even funny. I mean, I've truly hit rock bottom at least once or twice and said, let's go deeper. I've lived 30 different lives in my fucking 20 years of living. I've got kicked out of high school not once, but twice. Shout out good lawyers. Shout out Dan Bush. I'm gonna need you again probably with this podcast. I mean, I've ruined my life at least 4 times, but it's fucking funny. Let's laugh about it. The first time was pretty sad, actually. I think I might have drank hand sanitizer at the fucking sober living house, so we were fucking huffing whippets in the basement, watching Breaking Bad, drunk as fuck on some hand sanitizer, right? And we got breathalyzed, and that happened. It's funny, you know. I mean, you want to call yourself an alcoholic. You haven't seen the fucking places I've been to. Let's talk about the times I've gotten kicked out of high school, because those are fucking funny, right? The first time, I think I passed out allegedly on a bunch of muscle relaxers, which were, if it did happen, they were prescribed to me. I had a prescription to muscle relaxers before in my life, which is all right. And allegedly, I had some alcohol with them. They didn't test the booze, these fucking morons. But hey, that's all right. Eat a dick. I then went to drug school. We'll have a whole episode on the drug school, because that was a fucking fun time in my life. There's a lot of funny stories. But the second time I got kicked out of high school, keep in mind I got kicked out of the same high school twice, dude. And I still have a fucking paper from them with the principal's signatures. So eat a bag of dicks. Like I said, lawyer up. But the second time I got kicked out of high school, right, I had this little fucking fighting operation at, like, this fight club going on in the one bathroom, the farthest one from the cafeteria going on during my lunch period. I had lunch period free, but I'm retarded, so I don't drive, right? So I couldn't leave campus. So I just had 90 minutes to get fucking bombed and do drugs and run a fight club. And I would run the fight club in a way that I would kind of rig it, you know, but there was this one really promising kid, this young kid I called South Korea. He was this little fucking Asian kid. And I would put him up against fucking Goliaths, right? I would put him up against kids that were 6 foot, 250, some big fucking boys. I would say, go out there, South Korea, fight for your fucking freedom. And this kid would really slap the shit out of some people, which was awesome. It was a lot of fun, and I was making some money off of it, and it was great. I mean, it was great. Like I said, the most fucked up times of my life are the funniest times. Really, like, my regrets, I would not do differently. Nonetheless, one day, South Korea got fucked up a little bit. He needs something to relieve the pain, right? So the cough man may have had, allegedly, Greg Day may have had an edible or two to give him. And this fucking little kid, this little Chinaman, he's like 100 pounds. He eats the whole fucking thing, and he goes to a calculus test, and he just starts drilling on it. He passes out. And I don't know what happened. Apparently, he might have fucking said something. And they came and got me out of my film class, and I just fucking dipped. I just bailed. I called eat a dick. Talk to my fucking lawyer. But see, these are funny fucking stories, guys. Really. This is some funny shit. Laugh about it, right? Talk about some more of my fuck ups. So let's get to my college times. My college times. What's the most amount of money you guys have blown in the shortest period of time? Because I know what it is for me. I'm like $68,000 close, maybe a little more, give or take, in like 6 months. So the reality is I'm fucked. But hey, listen, I'm gonna make some more. That 8-pack money, it tastes great, bro. The Jew money's still green. But nonetheless, college was great. It was really the greatest time of my life. It was such a fucking fun time. I was running a pretty big coke operation out of the dorm. My roommates fucking hated me because I was breaking all the crack commandments, right? I was getting high on my own supply. I was trapping out the fucking crib, you know. And you might think everything was tough, everything was good. But no, it really wasn't. I was a fucking loser, right? I would just sit in my room doing fucking whippets. If you weren't buying drugs from me, you probably weren't seeing me. That's not true. I had one homie. Him and I would go shoot dice all the fucking time. I was lit. Like, every night, I would just get really drunk, do fucking substances, and shoot dice with this kid. Listening to fucking Chicago, or listening to goddamn What was I into in that time of my life? I listened to a lot of Kanye. My ego was pretty inflated, I'm not gonna lie. So one time we went to the fucking, the liquor store, and like 2-3 blocks away, just a fucking shootout happened. The liquor store was in the ghetto. We would hike down there. It was like fucking 15 blocks from his dorm. It was sweet. But nonetheless, like, you think I was cool in college because I had all the fucking drugs and I was big pimping and my energy's always been that. But I talk a lot of shit. I got the gift of gab, right? I am the psyop. It's all an act. This is all an act. You don't understand my genius yet, but someday you will. Nonetheless, like, I wasn't getting pussy. Fucking women hated me out there. Go try to be a Republican in Oregon. And go try to say you voted for Trump in any room out there. You're not getting chicks. I hooked up one time out there. And it was in typical Oregon fashion, it was a fucking trans woman. Which, hey, it was a beautiful experience, I'm not gonna lie. She was a better kisser than half of you fucking ladies. For the amount of erotic lit you read and the amount of times I've had to watch a fucking shitty romance movie with you fucking skanks, you learn how to kiss. You attempt to fucking press your lips against me and it doesn't even fucking work. So that's all I'm gonna say. But, hey, man, I'm a fucking ally. They can't cancel me. East Coast tings, I love you, gang. Fucking... I would just wake up every day and get drunk out in Oregon. It was fucking lit. I had this room all the way in the corner of the dorm. It was by the lounge. I got busted for drinking at least like 3-4 times in there. And I just crash out on the fucking RAs for no good reason. They were not getting paid enough to deal with the fucking menace that I was. I would just start screaming at them. They literally went on strike for a week because they weren't getting paid enough. I was the crash out king of that dorm, and it was all an act. It was all fake. Like I said, I'm a fucking actor. Not a good one, though. You think Matt Gaetz would ever kiss a tranny? I don't think so. A trans woman, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. My apologies. But J.D. Vance, I think he might have already. I mean, have you seen Erica Kirk? I'm pretty sure he has kicked Erica Kirk. So him and I are on the same speed for Republicans supporting the trans people, but... You know, Matt Gaetz is the type of guy to fucking blame the deep state for hacking his GPS when he gets caught dropping off his 17-year-old woman at her high school. Matt Gaetz is the type of guy to clap when the plane lands on his trip with his 17-year-old woman to the island. Matt Gaetz is the type of guy to complain that the menu says French fries instead of freedom fries because America first, you know? Matt Gaetz is the type of guy who is an enemy of the Jews. You know, people, we're just gonna laugh on this podcast. Everything's all right. Happy New Year, folks. 2026, big things planned. This podcast is gonna take off. I'm gonna lose a lot of friends. I'm probably gonna get sued. You're gonna learn a lot of things about me, but fucking... Hopefully I make you laugh. My job is to combat anti-Semitism against young fucking dumbasses, young men, because you watch too much fucking Tucker and you watch too much Fuentes. The Jews ain't bad, folks. Good night.
Nice.